Wild Flux appears. Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is Flux and I'm playing Call of Duty 4 on Pipeline with the M40A3, and this was a very nice gameplay. Not in terms of KD, more in terms of the fun factor and how much I enjoyed the video. And I'm going to talk to you guys about just that today. I'm going to talk to you guys about what we all love about Call of Duty and perhaps what we don't love so much about Call of Duty. So I'm going to start with a little bit of history about myself and this game, I suppose, or this franchise of games. I started playing Call of Duty on Call of Duty 4 mid-release. It was just coming up to Call of Duty 5, maybe even just after Call of Duty 5, but I hadn't really even heard of Call of Duty 5 because everyone who I knew was talking about Call of Duty 4 and what a great game it was. So that was how I originally heard about Call of Duty as a series. I think that started in my lower school or middle school. So I was very young at the time, perhaps 8 or 9 years old, and I downloaded the PC demo single player campaign because at the time I only had a PC and that's what I did everything on, played my games, surfed the interwebs and whatnot, and that was just what I did. I didn't play the Xbox, I didn't do anything like that. The Xbox came much later. Now, I played this single player demo over and over again. I just didn't really get sick of it because this was such a new type of game for me. The first person shooter, not necessarily too new for me, but even things like aiming down the scope was new for me because I used to play games like Warrock and other free-to-play first-person shooters where you just had to spray them down. Like I played Counter-Strike as well, for instance, and those sort of games. And aiming down scope was one of the best features in my opinion because I'd never seen that in a game before. So I played this campaign over and over again until I eventually bought the game itself, and I played through the whole campaign several times. And then, what really makes this game great or stand out is the multiplayer aspect, which is what basically makes Call of Duty Call of Duty. So I started playing the multiplayer. Wasn't too good, I thought it was good for me to just get 3 or 4 kills per game, which might seem strange, but at the time I thought that was great for me. So I kept on doing this, for like half a year to a year, and I eventually got my I got to the highest rank, and I then started to realise that the gameplays that I was doing weren't the best and people were doing a lot better than me, and I only just started realising that now. So this is when YouTube came into it, and I started to watch people's tip videos and just videos from Call of Duty 4 to see how they did well, and I became better over time. So what I'm trying to say here, and what I think is the reason why we all love Call of Duty, is because it kind of we want to feel the feeling that we got when we first played Call of Duty, the first Call of Duty game we picked up. And there's obviously people that are quite new to Call of Duty who started playing in maybe Black Ops or Modern Warfare 2 perhaps, and they're not that new, they've been here for about a year or two, but then you've got the really old school people who maybe started, COD 2, all the people like that. We want to feel like we did when we first played Call of Duty, which is kind of a hard feeling to recreate, which is why I thought this gameplay was kind of fitting, because there was something nostalgic about this gameplay, and I'm not sure, I just enjoyed playing this game because it felt like the Call of Duty that I remember and loved playing. And Modern Warfare 3, not many people have just got into the Call of Duty franchise, maybe a few thousand, 100,000, which might seem like a lot, but considering there's millions, maybe even coming on to like 1 billion people playing this game, but maybe not 1 billion, but it's starting to become overused, I suppose is the only way to describe it. It's not the same as it used to be, obviously, but there's so many new features now that it would feel strange to go back to the old sort of game. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation, I suppose you could say, which I don't really like to say, but if you think about it, it's basically just either we go back to the basics like this and Call of Duty doesn't feel right because we're used to all those new features that we had in that we have in like Modern Warfare 3 for instance, but it might be a good game to play, but we've lost all those features. However, if they carry on doing what they're doing, it's going to get too many features. It's not going to feel like Call of Duty, and to me it's not feeling like Call of Duty at the moment. So I don't know how much longer the Call of Duty series can last. This is just my opinion on it, and I've sort of made a commentary on this before, but not really this deep into it. I'm really giving my thoughts and opinions right down to the details on this. Now, just a quick YouTube history from me. I got into CNANers and Hutch, mainly Hutch, as Modern Warfare 2 came out, and I bought my Xbox halfway through Modern Warfare 2, and that's when I started getting into it. I saw Hutch and I got into sniping, and then I found out about Machinima, and that just got me into the whole YouTube thing. So I pretty much covered 3 topics in this commentary. That last one was really brief, but it explains it quite nicely. And I just had to rush up that last part. We're just coming up to the end of the gameplay now. So if you enjoyed this commentary, then go ahead and leave a like. If you're new here, then you can go ahead and subscribe if you enjoy my videos. And if you'd like to leave some feedback or give me a suggestion on anything, then go ahead and leave a comment, and I reply to most of my comments, nearly all. So leave a comment and I'll be right back at you with it. So I'll see you guys later, and I don't really have an outro, so goodbye.